these two guys and a girl, they got the brakes beat off of them right out here on the corner Saturday night.
Oh.
By like 30 people.
God damn.
He said that ass whooping lasted several minutes. Every time one of them tried to get up, they got their ass beat from the Taco Bell to the Jollibee.
Damn,
This is mostly for the fellas.
Oh, man.
But at the same time, I am also I'm talking to the ladies, and I'm also talking to any other type of relationship out there as well. I'm speaking to the men mostly because as a, straight male, you're the main ones I can talk to. I can't say this to other groups without feeling a little biased because I'm not them, is my point. You know what I'm saying? So I know there's going to be multiple sides to every story. But my main two things on this is about when it comes to guys, we need to become better communicators for sure, especially when it's in terms of dealing with our disappointment and our anger in the moment. Because so the two like topics, the two sentences. One was guys want a man glass, and then the other one was check your girl. Two very different things when you think about it on the surface level, but I'm gonna thread the needle here. And I wrote these at different times. Obviously, there are two different pieces of paper, but when it comes to like guys want a man glass, the reason why I wrote it down was actually for the opposite of why you chuckle, because I've had this thing lately. I've just been doing this as my own personal experiment, not telling anyone else what I was doing, just for me. I decide what I put your drink in. I decide whatever glass I'm going to put your drink in. Lately, I have stopped adhering to whatever I am being told a glass is supposed to be put in. If there is wiggle room for me to wiggle out of it, I guess you could say. So if I have a couple, male-female couple that comes in and orders, and they order the same drink, say they both get a lemon drop or both get a sidecar. The female, I'm going to give, well, I know some people hate it when you say female, but I'm just saying female, male. So the female, I'm going to give a coupe. I'm going to serve it up. Unless you ask me to put it in something else. And for the male, I'm just going to put it on the rocks. Or I'll ask you. That's what I've been trying to do more lately, which is why I say communication is important, because I'll at least ask them, do you want it up or on the rocks? As opposed to having them think about what glass it is, because they're just going to say man glass. They don't know what a rocks glass is. So I'm just be like, oh, do you want it up on the rocks? And if they say on the rocks, obviously, I'm not going to serve it to you in a fucking coupe if it's on the rocks. So I've eliminated that confusion for them that they don't even understand that they're going to be confused about. They just know they don't want a glass that they got to hold like this, which is so weird to me because it's like holding a boob. You should be happy about that. I've had so many friends mention that to me lately about like, coupe glasses, like you're just holding a boob, but you're just under boob, I guess.
Under boobing.
Just you're under boobing. But I no longer want to put, guys in this position of having to tell me what kind of glass they want. I'm going to try to help them out. And I've seen so few pushbacks on this that it has been, I've been doing this for months. But remember, we've had so many times that we've railed against guys that are just like, I want a man glass, I want a rock glass, this and that. So, that's me, in a way shooting you some bail, but also, adjusting my own thing. But not every bartender or server has the leeway that I have. I can do not whatever the fuck I want, but through my experience and my cachet, I guess you could say, from all the work that I've done, I can make some of those decisions. But a lot of people, bro, if they're told to put it in this glass, it goes in this glass. I'm sorry. So unless you ask for it, okay. So you know what I mean? Don't get mad at the person for not reading your mind as far as like,
oh my God, yes.
Yeah, so that's what I mean there. And then with the whole check your girl thing, and this will be really quick and then I'll hand it to you, but the check your girl thing was because I had two groups of people in the bar on Saturday night. We were kind of not slow, but kind of slow or whatever. And it was a trio, two guys and a girl. And then there was another group. It was a guy and two girls. And like taking all other things out of it, just talking about the dynamics between people, they were all kind of standing around in the same area because they all wanted to be around where I was because that's where everybody else kind of was at that time because of how I served and everything like that. It is what it is. I'm not
This
sure.
chair's killing me.
Oh, you're good. You're good. I'll continue telling the story.
Yes.
So I ended up noticing because one of the people that came in, the guy who came in with the two girls, the two girls were a little bit more rowdy, but like in a good way, like nothing annoying or anything like that. It's just like everyone's having a good time. And the two guys with the girl, one of the guys, he was a little bit more inebriated, but not in an asshole way. As time goes on, I still see them talking to each other. But the breakdown is why I brought this up is I hear one of the girls, the two girls, one of them, the one who was with the guy, snapped at the other dude who seemed a little inebriated, was like, nah, get the fuck out of my face. You've been on one all night. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, that was kind of a heavy reaction. He hasn't been on one all night. For one, they haven't even been here that long.
Mm-hmm.
They've been cool. He was mostly out on the dance floor dancing with his girl. Like, I don't even know but whatever. It's not my problem. And the dude was like, what the fuck? But then it was what it was. And then everyone separates. And then she keeps talking shit, though, while she's with the dude.
She didn't get his ass beat.
And then the other girl comes up and she's like, oh, what happened? She starts telling her. So then she's like, oh. And they start laughing and shit and like whatever, being demonstrative. But old boy's over here, he's like trying to calm down or whatever. And he's like, yo, what the fuck? And then his friends are like, nah, dude, let it go. Let it chill or whatever. And then old dude eventually walks up and starts trying to talk to him. And that's when he starts to lose it. Because he's like, what the fuck you come up trying to talk to me for? Because he was like, oh, why you got an attitude? She was just joking with you, this and that. And then she's behind him. It's just jokes. Why are you so sensitive? It's just jokes. And then the other girl's like, man, it's just jokes. And then the girl that was with them was like, dude, we're trying to get him to calm the fuck down. Will y'all chill?
Now, when you get your man knocked out, he was just playing.
That's my point.
He was just play fighting.
Because he was sitting here, he kept telling his boys, he was like, look, dude. Well, he told his homie and the girl that was with him was like, look, dude, I'm not scared of nobody. I'm not trying to start no fucking problems. But I'm not going to let someone just come and walk over into my fucking face and start talking shit to me about like his girl and this and that. When his girl, he was like, because I kind of saw a little bit of what happened, but I didn't get all of it until I heard him explain his side. He was like, I accidentally bumped into her while I was dancing and she dropped her phone. I picked her phone up and immediately apologized and she started cursing at me.
That should be the end of it right there. Like, oh, shit, I'm sorry. Hey, no worries.
But that's what I'm saying. So it's one of those things like I'm not picking a side as far as making it male, female. When I say check your girl, I mean communication wise, because we also had a situation on Friday where one woman came in with two guys, and this is before even 8 o'clock, and we had to kick them out because the dudes they were so drunk, they were so disrespectful, running up on people, talking shit, slurring their words, all this other shit. And she's just letting them roam around because she wants to have one more drink. And I'm like, yo, your guys are walking into traffic. That was the last thing I said to her. You might want to go outside. Your guys are walking into fucking traffic right now. She's like, oh, yeah, I got him. I'm like, so yeah, I said check your girl, but I mean check your people. Check your people, man, because this is getting fucking, like, communication is everything. I harp on that a lot. But you need to be communicating with your people before you guys go out to drink. Mm-hmm. And when you guys are drinking, like, you got to get that shit fucking tightened up, or y'all going to get knocked out in a much higher frequency than you have been so far. Because not everyone's going to be that lenient, man. Because they were just in the right place at the right time that nobody fought them. Because the one I just said where it was like, yo, your friends are walking in, your dudes are walking into traffic. They got rolled up on because they walked up to the wrong table on 2 occasions. And the second occasion, the dude was like, I ain't having that. So he grabbed his homie and they rolled up on him at the bar ready to fucking scrap. And they would have beat the brakes off of him. Yeah. One, they were twice their size and they were sober.
Oh, yeah.
They were going to beat the brakes off them fools. You know what I mean? So, like, learn to communicate. For us, nonverbal communication, we can be better at. Yes, learning what people want before they want it. Like I understand that, but also remember, we're not mind readers. And the flip side of that is when you're out with your friends that and your partners that you can read their minds better than we can, and you need to be checking your people, man. Like, don't get 86 from a spot. Don't get your ass beat. Sorry, I've been monopolizing. But Dave literally just told me about these two guys and a girl. They got the brakes beat off of them right out here on the corner Saturday night.
Oh,
by like 30 people.
God damn.
He said that ass whooping lasted several minutes. Every time one of them tried to get up, they got their ass beat from the Taco Bell to the Jollibee.
Damn, they did a stage change. Like they got kicked they got kicked through the barrier, so they went to the other side of the stage. You can get your ass whipped so hard you get stage changed. Oh man. Yeah. Oh, like that one that what was it, Mortal Kombat Deception or Deadly Alliance? I think they did that where you get kicked hard enough, you get knocked off into another part of the arena. That's what happened.
Yeah, they got beat the fuck down, man.
I'm sorry, that's funny though.
I don't know what they started,
but they didn't finish it.
They didn't finish it.
Oh,
they did not finish it at all. But yeah, that was my thing there, man. Just check yourselves when you go out, man. You're not. I know that alcohol makes you feel invincible, but you are not.
You are not. And then your head dribbles off that concrete. Oof.
Bruh. Even invincible, like in the anime, or not anime, the manga, and in the fucking animated series, even Invincible gets his ass beat.
He does.
He heals faster than you do.
Mm-hmm.
Stop getting punched in the face, guys, when you don't have to. Like it's not fun getting punched in the face. I know. I'm not fond of
it. Sorry, I was looking at the next thing. I was trying to find it to follow up on that.
With the same subject?
Kind of, sort of.
Okay.
Maybe not so much on the people getting their ass beat.
Well, while you're looking for that, I don't even want to focus on, just getting your ass beat. Like I said, getting 86 from an establishment, that's a pain in the ass. To have a place that you can't even patronize that place. You can't even go in there because of something you did or said. That's embarrassing. If your friends want to go there and I can't go in there. Why? Well, 86. They be tripping or whatever. Like you got to come up with some story. And it turns out it's just you being an asshole, man. Like no one wants that. People come out because they want to have a good time. And, you can either be a part of it or you can go stand outside. Or go walk into traffic.
Or walk into traffic. I have something slightly different, but in the same realm, I guess. I saw this post that I posted. Somebody had tweeted something. I'm going to make it really quick, though, because I don't want to spend too much time on it, because I feel like I've been talking about this for so long already.
Okay, cool. Then that'll be good to leave on the back end of this video, just in case.
I saw a tweet. Somebody posted. It was like, coffee and perreo event, but no Caribbean DJ, no Caribbean people in attendance, all Caribbean music. And I'm like, I see it. And then one of my homies DM me. He's like, bro, that's literally all of LA. I'm like, no, for real, it is. And like, it's cool. I'm definitely not saying like you can't do a reggaeton event or whatever, nothing like that. Like, absolutely not. I'm not saying that. No, it's music, it's for everybody. But the thing is you can't call it something when nobody part of that culture is attached to it. You can't call it perreo because I'm sorry. Perreo's not from Central America. It's from the islands. It's from the Caribbean. It's Puerto Rico. It's Puerto Rican. Like you can't call it a perreo in a cafecito con perreo. You can't call it a con todo mi corrillo or whatever. And like you can't use these words, this terminology, or these things that are attached to like Caribbean culture, mainly Puerto Rican culture, and it's just a bunch of, and I don't mean this in an offensive way, but it's a bunch of Mexicans, Salvis, Honduras, all those Central Americans that are just throwing the party. The only ones that can kind of get away with it are the Panamanians, but only because Latin reggae is like what reggaeton is based off of. So that one is kind of like, but semantics. We're not gonna nitpick there. Not on that one. But yeah, like I'm just seeing a lot of this stuff. I see a lot of non-Puerto Ricans using Puerto Rican stuff. It'll be like, oh, like fucking uh, las vibras del Caribe, and it's like none of y'all are Dominican, Puerto Rican, or Cuban. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Caribbean vibes? You're all from Central America or South America. Like it's no. I'm sorry, no. You can't create a. And not saying that there is a party called that. I'm just throwing things off the head that are like this one, cafe y perreo. Like it's kind of like the same shit. It's you're using this terminology, this slang, but nobody of that culture is present. I'm like,
So it's like a Native American owning a tiki bar.
or it's like if
What I mean by that is, so say to gentrified culture, as far as like, hey, how do we make this palatable for yeah, I'm not gonna.
well, no, here
Yeah.
and like I understand some people can say like, well, Paulo, it's LA. There's not that many. I'm like, no, there is. There's I know plenty of them. I know plenty of them, and I get it. Maybe you haven't met those people or whatever. And I'm not saying you cannot do this. You do whatever the fuck you want. I don't
Right.
care. I'm just saying I'm gonna look at you a little bit weird and different if you're. I can't even call it culture vulture because like we're all of the same people, but there's just certain things, bits and pieces here that like that's like if a Korean person was trying to throw like an anime event over at my bar, like some of the things that we've had, if they try to push it as like this and that, but like everybody there is not Japanese, you
Right.
know?
But that's what I meant by, you know, like my
Mhm.
like analogy or whatever
Yeah.
is what I'm saying. So when you're trying to gentrify something, I'm not. That's why I'm not trying to make it like a racial thing. That's why I paused,
Mhm.
because what I'm saying is like, to me, while gentrification is mostly rooted in, you know, colonialism
Yeah,
in
yeah,
a way, well, not in a way, but just at its core, so to speak. Um, it's also a way for everyone else to find something palatable that they've never been exposed to before as well. You know, that's where the capitalistic mindset kind of creeps in. And what I really mean by that is, or to drive the point home, is like how you said, not a culture vulture. I'd say it's more of a culture chameleon.
Mhm.
So, say
For
someone
sure.
like someone who's native, you know, because their skin looks a certain way, their features looks a certain way, and because other people who don't know what a Native American looks like, or, you know, someone who's Tongan or Samoan or something like that, they don't know what these differences in people look like. So then if they see a Native American person owning a tiki bar in like Nebraska, and then that
Mhm.
person is claiming that they are of that culture, and hey, I'm from the islands. No, you're robbing the culture. You
Mhm.
really are robbing the culture at that point. You're
Yeah.
chameleonizing yourself to make it seem like you are something that you're not.
Yeah.
And that's what I was
Yeah.
aiming towards with that.
And that's why I'm glad like to have been meeting the people that I've been meeting and who are trying to throw these parties or whatnot. And that's why I push for them so much. And I'm like, man, a lot of like I just remembered I came across this one video and I'm like, oh yeah, I did see that. Like somebody's throwing a fucking let me see. What are they calling it? I think they made other we're throwing a perreo party on the rooftop in K Town, this and that. It's gonna be reggaeton, old school reggaeton, reggaeton mexa, Mexican reggaeton, dembow all night. So it's like, yeah, none of y'all are Puerto Rican, bro. I'm sorry.
And it's not that you can't show appreciation.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that at all, but it's like don't call it perreo, call it something else, man. Use different terminology. Just say it's a
Yeah.
reggaeton party. Like no, you're attaching yourself to these hot words, these I don't even call them buzzwords, but you're attaching yourself to
I mean,
something
it is a
because
buzzword.
because it's been popularized and trendy or whatever, and like yeah, cool, but like doesn't mean you got to do it too. Like when we were chilling at Dublin's last week or whatever, and I was talking about like oh yeah, you know it's dope that Carol G is the first headliner, Latina headliner at Coachella. I'm like that's dope and all that, but it's like my only thing was why was she using one of Daddy Yankee's songs during her performance? I'm like I ain't got no Colombian shit. You could have used that moment to really boost the sounds of your country and where your people are coming from. Just like Bad Bunny used his moment to boost Puerto Rican culture. It's like you didn't want to do that for Colombians. Like,
where's the buzz word? Where's the buzz song? Where's the Colombian song that screams Colombia the way that Gasolina screams Puerto Rico? So
yeah,
like, it's not that I'm not trying to shoot Bell or anything.
Yeah, well, let me just finish start with that's why I've been saying like for I don't know how long I've been saying it now, but like Puerto Ricans really are like the like we are it when it comes to like the culture in Latin America. Like everybody wants to take this and that and try to pass it off as their own or whatever, or use our shit to kind of catapult themselves, just like bad comparison, but just like how white rappers use rap to then go do country. And it's like, I'm not saying you have to be Puerto Rican to do reggaeton, but seeing that, I'm like, damn, that was such an awesome moment for her to push more of her shit and use her country's music. And I mean, she did a phenomenal job regardless. I'm not criticizing it at all. I'm just saying like that could have been a moment for Colombia, in my opinion. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's just my opinion. I'm just saying that Puerto Rican culture is definitely just, it's so trendy right now. It's like, damn, man, it's cool to see it, but also like I see a lot of people just like, I want to give me a piece of that pie. I want a piece of that pie. I want to do this and that. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm going in circles now, but that's kind of like the thoughts I've been having, and seeing that I'm like, yeah, and again, it's not at any one person or any collectives or anything like that. I'm like, this is just something I saw. I agreed with it. Threw it up there. You feel how you feel about it. I don't care. Like I really, I'm not. It's the music is for everybody. I love cultural exchange, this and that, but I do kind of side eye when I'm like, what you talking about a perreo? Like when you talking about having a hanging out with all your people, con tu corrillo or whatever, like you're Mexican, and this is somebody speaking as half Mexican. So I don't know. I feel like I can kind of talk about both sides, like Caribbean and Central America. Like I don't know. So you can't tell me shit, man. I'm both. So I'm just saying, you can't try to tell me shit. I don't give a fuck. You can't. I'm a daywalk in Latin America. I got roots in Central America and I got roots in the Caribbean. Oh man, that's the both worlds, honestly. But that was it. That's with my soapbox. Damn,
well, before we go on this, as the Afro Latino of the group, I have to quote before I say who I'm going to quote, I'm going to tell you something that I've been thinking for a while when you've been saying everything you've been saying in this particular subject. And it's because of being a daywalker of Afro-Latino descent, I'll say it that way, and growing up the way that I did and having exposure to, because I've made no secret about that. I grew up with the black side of my heritage, not the Latino side. And one of the things that did give me, as far as insight, is seeing how media gentrification works and how you talk about Coquito eventually being in Erewhon, and the way that you talk about that, and the way that you talk about Pero, and how people will take the word and add it as a buzzword to sell tickets and get people in there. And, being a black person in this country, being a black person who's traveled around the world and seen how black culture has influenced so many things.
Shit, wouldn't be K-pop without black people.
Yeah, but I wish there was... Never mind, I'm not going to say it. Somebody else said it earlier, and I'll let them catch the fire because they have a much bigger following than we do. I sent that video to you on TikTok today.
Okay.
He said it they said it very eloquently. I really enjoyed it. Which is kind of my point.
Oh yeah,
Being
yeah.
a black
I
person
did see it. I watched
while also being a Latino, seeing it from both sides where black culture was the thing that and still in a lot of ways is, because when you see so many other different genres and so many other different types of music and art and dance and all of these different things, if you go all the way back to where they start, it always starts with a black person. And like seeing how art can be created by people and then just snatched away to make money, and how the people who spend the money on something will, in the same breath, try to denigrate the very culture that they are buying from.
Mm-hmm.
And the quote that I wanted to say, and it was on Dave Chappelle by the late great Paul Mooney. Rip. Um, Everybody want to be a nigga, but don't know why I want to be a nigga. Period. Because what I see is people will buy up struggle. They'll pay for struggle. They'll pay, like how Emily will have guys come up paying for her to yell at them. I just had a guy the other day, like that same guy that was fucking falling all over the place starting shit was talking about like, yeah, yell at me. I love that shit. And I was like, oh yeah, you would pay Emily in a heartbeat. I know you would. Like, you're the type of guy, you would be barking for her right now. You would be on your fucking knees, you fucking idiot. Hey, give her the fucking money. She deserves it. What I'm saying is, you will see people spend money to feel an attachment to a thing, but then also shun it. It's like paying for culture gives you not a sense of post-nut clarity, but a fucking almost like a cultural buyer's remorse, because you don't have an attachment to it. You don't understand it. You just bought a little piece of it so that you could feel some kind of connection to it, but you don't want to connect to the people. You don't want to get to know the people. You don't want to respect where it comes from, you know? And so that's where I say, like, everybody wants to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga, because you see how they did it with black culture. Now they're doing it with Puerto Rican culture, and they would do it with Japanese culture and K-pop culture. K-pop culture got popular on its own, but as far as it being in the States is when white people realized they can make money off of it without realizing what they were really doing. You're telling all your white kids to go be Asian. And in a couple of years, you're going to be angry at Asian people. And it's like, yeah, but you keep trying to give people boiled chicken and they want fucking Filipino fried chicken. Like, they want some fucking flavor, my guy. Like, I'm kind of getting off the rails on that, but my main, like, that was my main thing, is just I it's not that I don't agree with you, it's that I do. Like, that's my problem. I do agree with you. I do see how it's happening to Puerto Rican culture, but I've also seen how it's happened to black culture. And a lot, I mean, shit, reggaeton has its birth within fucking African music. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so it's not just about what race is being stole from. It's about what are we going to do about it?
Yeah.
Like, stop. Like, I'm not railing against capitalism. I'm just railing over the people who are in control of it. That's all. That's my thing.
No, I agree.
Long-winded explanation, but that was my point.
Yeah. It was just the other thing, last thing, it was, it's just funny that no matter what the party is, what the function is, it's like the sounds of Puerto Rico are always going to be there. Like, we've had, as my job, we've had like an all Central American thing or all this and that. Hell, we had this all girls party, but it was all like for like banda and shit. And, you know, that was just going to be all Mexican music. And then eventually the other DJ, when the band wasn't on, the DJ would then throw in some reggaeton. I'm like, damn, really can't go nowhere. Like, like, we're really just everywhere, bro. Like, no matter what the party is, if it's like all like strictly Mexican and this and that, still gonna end up throwing salsa, that's Puerto Rican, or reggaeton. Shit, yeah, even bachata. Bachata is it's kind of shared between Dominican and Puerto Ricans, but it's both. Um, but yeah, it's just so funny. Like we're like, damn, we're really just everywhere. Like
Yeah.
within Latin America, like it's even not even in the United States too. Like we're just everywhere, bro. Like nobody can throw a party or there's I have yet to see any Latino parties not play reggaeton. Like without us, without us, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. We're the shit. So
Just don't forget your black people either. Because I don't know a wedding I ain't heard hip hop at.
mm-hmm.
I'm not countering. I'm just saying, like, remember, my brother's talking this shit and it's well deserved. But for the rest of y'all out there, just respect the cultures. Don't just pay a couple
Yeah.
pennies to it and think that, don't patronize the culture. Patron it. Don't patronize it. You know what I mean? Like you said, they are the shit. We are the shit. I'm half Puerto Rican too. So I'm definitely not going against them. I was just saying, like, for every other like culture out there, for every other ethnicity out there that sees their culture being stripped down and sold for parts, like that's what Benito is like helping to rally against, which is what you're talking about at the end of the day, in my opinion. I just wanted to say that before we close it out. But yeah, we've talked enough about that.
Yeah.